There are many important things to do prior to bringing a bunny into your home and into your family. If you already have a bunny in your home, it is still very important to make sure that that bunny's environment is not only suitable for him, but safe. Let's talk about bunny proofing. I want to start out by saying welcome to all the many new subscribers and also those of you who have been with me for years on one of my social media platforms, including this YouTube channel. Whether you're an experienced rabbit owner or brand new to the world of our furry friends, I'm happy you are joining me here. Not all that long ago, people were still making videos about ways to keep pet rabbits away from cords and wall moldings and other things they should not eat by using products that are not good for the animal. One thing that comes to mind is the idea that using a bitter topical substance such as soap or some kind of animal repellent product or vinegar will help keep your rabbit from chewing that item. If you have been with me for any length of time, you already know that I teach never to discipline rabbits, and that includes exposing them to toxic or bitter substances like animal repellents and soap. The idea of putting soaps or other bitter substances on cords or on your walls or baseboards in order to make sure that your rabbit does not chew the item is kind of like washing your child's mouth out with soap. Covering cords or baseboards with sprays, soaps, or other toxic substances is not a compassionate thing to do. Also, when you use those things, you're trying to correct something that is part of this animal's base nature. These animals have a base nature, and humans should not try to correct that base nature. Rabbits are diggers and chewers. It is perfectly natural for them to be curious and even chew on things in your home when they come across those things. Part of the reason they have such a powerful drive to chew may be that their teeth grow constantly throughout their lives. Your rabbit's teeth never stop growing, and so naturally they want to chew constantly in order to maintain a proper tooth length. They don't know that the cord that you just left within their reach will harm them. Their nature just tells them to chew on it. It's there, chew on it. That's what their base nature is telling them to do. If you think about it in that way, then you can understand that a rabbit is not doing anything wrong. So why would you even think to correct them? The rabbit is just doing what nature intended, and that is to chew on whatever thing is within their reach. When it comes to digging, same concept. Your rabbit has a base nature that you and I cannot change, and we should not try to change it. For example, if you have carpeting in your home, of course the rabbit will dig at it. Rabbits dig at carpeting. Rabbits in the wild are constantly digging, especially the does or female rabbits. In rabbit families out in nature, the doe is mostly responsible for the digging of tunnels. Rabbits live in warrens in the wild. A rabbit warren can mean a group of rabbits all living together, but a warren can also be a network of underground tunnels that rabbits live in beneath the ground. They have their litters underground, and they do that in order to protect their young kits or their baby rabbits from predators and elements like harsh winters. Since rabbits are diggers, whatever you have in their environment is going to be fair game to them. They are naturally going to want to dig. Just like chewing, we should not try to correct this behavior. Rather, we should accommodate it. Also, we want to make sure that we bunny-proof their living space so that they do not harm their paws or destroy your home in the process of doing whatever it is that comes natural for them. Again, we won't change the base nature of these animals. What we want to do is accommodate their base natures while at the same time doing things that protect our home from being chewed to the ground. Protecting your home is not just for your benefit, it's for the benefit of your rabbit, because they can be killed or injured very badly by chewing the wrong cords. And they can ingest those parts or materials that your couches and beds are made of, and that's not good for them. Let's talk about electrical cords for a moment. Here's a few reasons why you shouldn't let your rabbit ever chew any cord, even a phone charging cable. Number one, electricity will burn your rabbit's mouth, tongue, and even their teeth. Rabbits with burns in their mouths will often stop eating because it's painful for them. You may not even know the rabbit has been injured. They just all of a sudden stop eating, then they go into GA stasis, and then a series of cascading health events starts to occur. Even veterinarians have missed mouth burns because of electrical burns. They can be invisible. A high enough jolt can give him seizures or even kill the bunny. Number two, rabbits that chew cords that are not plugged in will often just keep chewing because, well, it's chewy and rabbits chew. That's what they do. Pieces of plastic and wire can get lodged in their mouths, in their throats where you cannot see them, or in their digestive systems, and the animals will suffer immensely. And again, the veterinarian may not even know what's wrong because the veterinarian wasn't there. They didn't see, or even the human owner didn't see what the rabbit ingested. So without a lot of tests, and sometimes even a test after a procedure being done after the rabbit has passed away, a lot of times it's not known what killed the rabbit. Number 3, other injuries can occur that you will be unaware of. Over time, or sometimes even immediately, the bunny will suffer. And number 4, you'll go through a lot of electrical cords, including phone chargers, if you continue to leave them out where your rabbit can get to them. Obviously, there are other reasons why you don't want your rabbit to have any access whatsoever to cords, regardless whether they're plugged in, not plugged in, small or large. Instead of using some kind of repellent on your cords, try this bunny-proofing for your home. Bunny-proofing is just making the rabbit's environment safe for him and also putting measures into place to avoid damage occurring to your home and all of your items. The first thing I do is cover cords with cord protectors. Cord protector is also called cord wrap. These come in different sizes. Some are for smaller, thin electrical cords, and there's larger cord wrap for larger cords, such as appliances or extension cords. Cord wrap is made to protect cords from critters, including your pets, and it works really well. In addition to those cord wraps, put cloth coverings or cloth sleeves on top of the cord coverings. Kind of this little 2-step thing that you do when you're covering a cord. The cloth sleeve over the cord protector protects it. Your rabbit won't be able to chew the cord or the cord protector because it's protected also by a cloth sleeve. Plus, most rabbits don't like the feel of cloth in their teeth when they run across something like that. You just put the sleeve right over the cord and the cord protector. It's kind of this double protection cord wrap method that I use all over my home. Simple and cheap method to keep your bunnies safe and to keep your cords safe from any damage they might do. The second thing I do is put cords up and away from outlets, whereas usually people would plug a cord in and leave the slack of the cord laying on the ground. I don't do that. I pull it high away from, attach it to the wall, make it go up the wall instead of going in a down direction from wherever the cord is plugged into. Bunny is down low, so keep your cords high. Number 3 is to block off areas where heavy cords like appliance cords are kept. Don't let your pet rabbit anywhere near heavy extension cords, surge protectors, refrigerator cords, television cords. Just do not give them access. There are certainly other things you can do too, but those are the 3 main things I do here in my home and that have worked 100% of the time. Never had rabbits chew cords, and none of the bunnies in my care, whether they're being rehomed here for bunny sitting or here for bonding, whatever the purpose is, they just do not get access to cords. These methods avoid having to use any type of repellent that's not good for your bunny. I would not do that anyway. As I said, it's not compassionate to do that, and it's also not a safe way to bunny-proof your home. Also, part of bunny proofing is to cover your wall moldings, like the little base moldings that go around the bottoms of your walls that bunnies like to chew on. They're usually covered with paint. You can buy fur stripping for this purpose and lay it right over the baseboards because that is safe for rabbits to chew. But if you don't want to ruin the aesthetics of your home by, tacking fur stripping all over where your bunny's going to be, you could just put attach pet fencing up against the wall. Also not real aesthetically pleasing, but we brought a rabbit into our home, so we have to do something to make sure that space is safe for them and to protect our walls. Another idea is to get some material that you like to decorate their space, wherever their primary space is going to be, and they are going to be a lot of the time, and just put like a material cloth, attach it to the wall where the bunny is going to be, because again, bunnies don't typically like to sit there and chew on certain, especially certain kinds of cloth. Rabbits will cock their head back and chew sheetrock, believe it or not, and they will even swallow it. This is not only harmful to your pet, but it will destroy your living space. Since rabbits are chewers and diggers by nature, it doesn't make any sense at all to try to correct or discipline your rabbit. Yelling, spraying water, or hitting your furry friend will only develop a lack of trust. You don't want your bunny not to trust you. You want them to trust you, and trying to discipline them for things that come natural to them is not a good trust builder. They're timid animals by nature, so be kind and just prepare your space if you want to have one of these animals in your home. Most rabbits will destroy carpeting if given the chance. If he digs at the carpeting for any length of time, he's going to start tearing up his paws, because the carpeting is held in place by a series of tacks. You can see that tacking if there's been any digging done by other animals, or even if you've ever laid any carpet. These tacking strips are all around the walls and in other places where your carpeting is attached to your floor. So your rabbit's going to dig for just a little while, and then he's going to start tearing up his paws because those tacks come straight up from the floor toward the carpeting. Being on carpeting can cause a condition in rabbits called sore hocks, and that can really be bad because your rabbit's paws can become infected, and you won't even know that's going on unless you do well checks ever so often. Especially heavier rabbits like giant rabbits are more susceptible to sore hocks, but it's never good to keep a rabbit on carpeting 24/7 anyway. They need a place to land like linoleum or something that's not too slick. It's not good to put rabbits on very slick floors all the time because they have no pads on their paws like cats and dogs do. They have nothing but fur in between their skin and the floor. So a good mix of a little bit of very low pile carpeting that are like in carpet strips rather than a whole room that's carpeted, and maybe some tile squares or squares of linoleum around where they can get to a cool place and have a good mixture of the two is my suggestion. But just don't force them to live on carpeting 24/7. If you are going to allow them to be on carpeting, again, they're going to naturally want to dig, and they can destroy carpeting very quickly and cause significant damage to their paws. However you choose to do it, protect your floors and walls from damage and protect your bunny from injury. I have plenty of examples on this channel about this topic. Also, bunny proofing is very well documented in my book called Bunny Conversations, The Entertaining Dialogue of Pet Rabbits by Jana Brock. Very inexpensive to buy on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other book outlets. I always leave links in the description box for that book. Another concern is allowing your bunny to be under your couch or bed. Many couches and beds have linings or fillings made with fiberglass. Your bunny will think it's a neat little tunnel-like hiding place and make a hole up inside on the underneath side of your mattress. Even ottomans, chairs, they get up under reclining chairs, and a lot of times the human doesn't know that they have dug a hole in this material, and then the animal is ingesting fiberglass and other dangerous materials to their health. But another problem is if you allow your bunny to be under these pieces of furniture, including couches, beds, chairs, without close supervision, someone could come along and sit down or unfold the chair or whatever the situation is with the rabbit inside the furniture. At that point, the rabbit has been essentially smashed between you and the furniture, and he will likely suffer not only broken bones, but probably have to be euthanized after something that traumatic. Please don't allow your bunnies to burrow up into your furniture, climb under reclining chairs, any of that. This is dangerous for so many reasons, and it's part of bunny proofing. Just to reiterate, it's never appropriate to discipline these animals for doing what comes natural. Digging and chewing is just a part of a rabbit's base nature. It is the very reason many expert rabbit owners do not allow total free roam of their bunnies in their homes. The bunnies in my care all have huge spaces to live in, but they also take turns getting exercise time either outside in protected play areas or indoors when the weather is too harsh outside. Give your rabbit a variety of safe toys, baby stacking cups, blocks of wood, limbs off of apple trees, rabbit-safe tunnels, and there's just all kinds of things that are safe for your rabbits. Make sure the toys you give them are big enough to where they will not ingest the toy, meaning swallow it. Make sure they don't give them any balls with holes in it, because that rabbit's teeth can easily get caught in bowls, especially things like Jenna balls that have holes all over them. Do not give those to rabbits. Those are very unsafe. My suggestion is to limit the space that you allow them in, just as a matter of bunny proofing your home, because it's much easier to keep a smaller space bunny proofed. There are always exceptions, of course. I do know some rabbit owners that give their bunnies almost total free roam of the main part of the house, except during bedtime hours. But their spaces have been aptly bunny proofed, and all spaces are safe for their bunnies. Also keep in mind that paints and stains used on walls and furniture is not good for your pet rabbit. Rabbits do not do well with those toxic substances. Even a lot of medications aren't good for rabbits. So be mindful of that when you're preparing your space for a pet rabbit. Be careful with fake plants or even living plants in your house. Bunnies will try to eat fake plants, which could cause blockages in the digestive system. Also, many live houseplants that are actually growing, are toxic to rabbits. In addition to that, if you have a live plant in the house, your rabbit will probably find his way into the dirt where that plant is growing and start digging it all out, and you'll find it all over your floor. That's very, very attractive to a bunny, and since they are natural diggers, they want to be in a bucket full of dirt where they can dig. Very easy to make dig boxes for rabbits. Please don't use sand. I'll address why that is in a later video. Sand is not good nor healthy for rabbits. But these are all things to consider when allowing your rabbit free access to your entire home. And another reason why most rabbit owners have areas of their homes that are off limits to their furry friends. Finally, make sure your floor is swept clean. Rabbits will try to eat paper, pieces of paper towels, toilet paper, cardboard, earrings, jewelry, nails, plastic tacks or plastic wrappers, tacks, wall tacks, anything that you would not want to have in your rabbit's mouth or digestive system, that rabbit will try to eat. And if your rabbit does eat something that's very harmful, not only will the animal suffer if the object he swallows is not easily passed through his digestive system, but you will be faced with a very high emergency veterinarian bill. It should go without saying, but keep the loud noises to a minimum around these animals. That I consider that part of bunny proofing, and just being kind to the type of animal, being gentle with the type of animal that you brought into your home. It really is not about what your animal is used to or you think they like, or whether you think your animal enjoys high energy home or super loud music. It has nothing to do with any of that. Rabbits are prey animals by nature. It's part of their biology. They are frightened easily, and they can be scared to death when they experience sudden, loud, or frightening noises. Also, small children do not make the best companions for these animals because rabbits are so fragile, and little tiny humans are fragile also. That's a well-documented, known fact in the rabbit community. A lot of good work has been done to explain why it's not the best thing to leave rabbits alone with small children or small children alone with rabbits. So I won't go much further into that topic. I hope this was helpful to you. Certainly there are many more things that we could talk about when it comes to bunny proofing, but I don't want to make this video too long. I will look forward to seeing you all in the next video. As always, be kind to animals, and thank you for caring.